Yeah! New shirts finally dropped. Go check the link in the description. JustByronShop.com. Cop yourself a shirt. There's 2 types. Go cop yourself whichever one you like. There's some descriptions to help you find your selection. Go check it out. Let's go. Jjan! Oh shit, that did not taste good. Welcome back to another episode of Jjan Podcast. It's been a little while since I did one of these episodes, but I just found out about this news that we're talking about this. You guys should know what we're talking about today by the title and the thumbnail of this video. But I also wanted to make a video about this topic earlier, but then I just found out about this news, so I thought it would be a good time to just talk about it now. And before we get into the talk, again, there's no guest on this episode. This news just came out, like I said, and I wanted to bring and give my thoughts on it as soon as possible. So if there's a guest though you want me to have on this Jjan Podcast, let me know who I should have as a guest, and also let them know as well, so they are notified about my channel, and maybe in the future we'll get them on a future episode of Jjan Podcast. My goal is to get Kim Jong-kook, the Korean Hulk, on this Jjan Podcast, because I don't think he's done like a American or like English radio, like a English talk show before, and I don't consider myself and this Jjan Podcast a talk show, but I want to be the first one to like kind of like chat with Kim Jong-kook in like English, you know what I'm saying? Because I know he can speak English, so I think it'll be a fun time. So that's my goal for this Jjan Podcast. Hopefully that will happen one day, but for now we're just a little small podcast YouTube channel thing, so hopefully in the future we'll get that. But enough of that, we're gonna jump into this. But if you haven't already known, Jjan Podcast, the reason I call it Jjan Podcast, because every episode we bring in a drink and we cheers with each other. But because I didn't prepare for this, I just have my trustworthy Pocari Sweat, and but it's just water actually. If you haven't seen my other Jjan Podcast, you guys should know this is a very familiar bottle. I usually just drink water out of this. It did used to be Pocari Sweat. Again, if you guys have had this, let me know in the comments. But I did have a drink last time, but that drink has been finished. So I like I said, I didn't know I was making this video today. That's why I didn't have a drink prepared. But I still wanted to make this video. So, also guys, if you guys are watching this while drinking something, that's the kind of the point, drinking or eating something, let me know what you're drinking, what you're eating. Usually if it's like with a guest that I have, then I'll have like a specific drink and a new drink that I'll try. But because it's just me, and I'm going to be doing most of the talking, I can't even really drink much. That's why I only cheers once and then keep on moving, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, let's get to the topic at hand. My man's iKON I don't know if this is true or false, but this news article page, K-pop page news thing called All K-pop has posted articles saying that iKON has not renewed their contract with YG. So they're leaving YG, and I don't actually think it's a bad thing, because I know a lot of you guys, I saw a lot of the comments saying that iKON was one of their first groups that they checked out, one of their favorite groups. And actually, they're actually my favorite group of all time. Like, even way back then when the older K-pop groups, iKON is my favorite group by far. And of course, it's sad to see them like be not iKON anymore, but I feel like it's a good thing, because now I don't know if they had like restrictions on like when they can like put out music and stuff, but now I feel like, I don't know, the first thing that caught my eye and caught my attention right when I heard this news is, are we gonna see finally a B.I and iKON reunion? You know what I'm saying? Because I know for sure, hopefully, not for sure. I'm not gonna say for sure because I don't actually know, but I'm hoping that at least some of the members, like go with B.I and then they can finally pursue their dream and becoming global icons. But they're already global icons, but back together again. Not recently, a little while ago, I saw that this one channel posted something about J and B.I, and they were doing this is like a show about dogs, right? And they were both on there, and it was a recent thing, like it was this year. So like the news had already happened, B.I had already left, but they posted that, a couple of those videos actually. So I was kind of confused because, and I've even posted it on the community tab if you didn't see it, but I was like, yo, they actually let J and B.I be in the same like vicinity of each other, because I thought that was not allowed, right? But then later on, I was told, and also in the comments, I read that was actually a previous episode, like a episode that they filmed a long time ago while B.I was still in iKON. So that was kind of confusing for me because it just released this year, the episode, and but that happened like a while ago. So they're just re-uploading the episode. So that kind of confused me. But that's when I saw that, I was like, yo, are they actually letting B.I communicate and publicly hang out with the iKON members? But now that iKON's not with YG anymore, I feel like there's no more restriction between B.I and the iKON members. I think they can freely talk with each other. I hope so. I hope that's what it is, because they're not with YG anymore, and the only reason they're not talking publicly with each other, or like showing that they're actually talking with each other publicly and like shouting each other out and stuff, is because they're in YG. iKON was still in YG, and that whole situation happened in the YG company. But now they're gone, so I feel like they can freely just talk with each other. And something that I've noticed recently is between Bobby and B.I, I guess also iKON too, is that they've been doing relatively the same things, events. If you guys don't know, there's a YouTube channel called Dive Studios and they have a series called Mindset, where they have not solo artists, but one artist talk about like kind of their mindset and what their thoughts about becoming an idol and artists and hardships and all that. And Bobby was on there, like, I don't know when it was, but I think he was one of the first ones to be on there. And then B.I recently was just on there. And actually, I think B.I was recently on one of the Dive Studio podcast episodes. And now I don't know if Bobby or anyone else is going to be on there, because Bobby was on the Mindset, the Dive Studio Mindset episode. So I feel like the next time that Bobby comes out with the new song, new track, whatever, then he will be in a Dive Podcast Studio episode. You know what I'm saying? Also, you're probably not watching this Dive Studio, but you guys were looking for video editors, and I'm a video editor, so like I'm trying to tell you, like I applied like 5 times pretty much, and yeah, I can help you guys. Just reach out, you know what I'm saying? But you guys probably aren't even watching this. But anyway, going back to the topic at hand, B.I iKON, this could be a good thing, because I mean, I think this is a good thing in terms of like iKON members, because I feel like a lot of fans have been commenting that YG is just not letting them come out with new music and new content. And we already seen a Bobby album, like a second album. So maybe now that YG or iKON's not with YG, then we get to see more of these like solo songs, or maybe iKON just becomes a different group, but they're like moves to another company, but they're still like iKON, but because they can't use the name iKON, so they'll probably change the name, or they'll just become solo artists. And then I feel like some of these iKON members might go to like a different age, like a hip hop label, maybe like a lot of artists now are going to Sublime Entertainment. Young Jay, I think on 7 is a part of that. And also, I think also Tiffany, just from Girls' Generation, also just signed to Sublime. So I feel like maybe Jay or Junhae might sign to Sublime, because there's a lot of vocalists, really good vocalists that signed to Sublime. So I don't know if that's going to happen, but what I'm hoping is going to happen is that the iKON members reunite with B.I and they all trying to bring out 131 label together. I don't know if they've been in talk. I've seen sometimes that Bobby will like talk about B.I, and they've also, some of the iKON members have talked about B.I in some variety shows, but not too much. But yeah, I just really hope that that's what's gonna happen, like that the iKON members can just finally be with B.I and like continue to pursue their careers, their music careers, because I know that's what they wanted to do in the very beginning. That's why they formed iKON. And another thing before we talk about this more is during that whole B.I situation with YG and the drugs like situation, I didn't know that YG, like the CEO of YG, was actually trying to help B.I. I thought he was like trying to blame B.I. But then I recently saw that YG CEO YG was actually trying to help B.I, like try to cover up B.I too, so, or something like that. But I later on found out that the CEO of YG was trying to help B.I. That's what I'm trying to get at. And big shout out to him. I don't know if that's actually true, but that's what I'm thinking. That's what I think happened, and that's what I think I saw and I read. So that's something that I also wanted to talk about. And like I said, I wanted to talk about B.I for a little while now. But now that iKON's left YG and this news just happened like yesterday, or like if you're watching this, actually yesterday, because when I'm recording this, it's today, the news happened. But if you're watching this now, then it's the next day. But that's just like, now I have to make this video because that news is very recent, and I'm probably not gonna be the first one to talk about this because iKON is still a global group. But hopefully I'm gonna be one of the first ones, because I don't know if too many people know about this. But like I said, I only seen one article about this, that iKON's left YG. Another thing I read was Blackpink also is not in YG anymore. I think they signed to the Black label, which is also kind of part of YG. I don't know if that's the whole thing. I didn't really read the whole thing with Blackpink, but Blackpink isn't with YG anymore either, or like they are with the Black label, I think. Also, Taeyong is with the Black label too. I don't know what this Black label is becoming, but I feel like they only had a Somi in there as the only artist. I don't know if there's any more. If you know any more, then let me know in the comments. But I feel like Somi was the only one, and Somi doesn't really come out with that much music anyways. I don't know if it's the company or her, but I recently saw her make some music with Big Natty, which I'm kind of curious to what song that's going to be like. So hopefully that song's going to come out soon. I don't know when that's going to come out, but yeah, Taeyong and Blackpink, I guess, signed to the Black label instead of YG, which I thought YG and the Black labels are like still the same thing, but I guess not. So you guys can let me know about that more. And also, a little side note, T.O.P, if you guys don't know, T.O.P is actually going to be going to the moon, which this happened pretty not recent, but like early last month or like early this month is when I kind of saw the news. And then he also made a like little talk video about him being is he like the first Korean astronaut to be, or first Korean person to be in space? I think so. I think that's what he said. And I think that's pretty cool. Like, and we saw in that Big Bang music video, T.O.P. was in space. And I don't know if he heard the news already, and that's why he was in space in the music video. But that was kind of weird for me too, because like I saw that music video, he was in space, and then couple months later, he's going to space, like for real. That's kind of crazy for me. And he actually spoke English the whole time, and I felt like he was rapping most of the time, because like I haven't really heard him speak English, like talking. I've only heard him like kind of rapping English. So when I heard him speak English the whole time, there was no Korean at all, just English, I thought he was like rapping. But that's just like a little side note that now that I'm bringing all these other YG groups. Another thing is Daesung. I also read that also has left YG Entertainment too. So there's only like 2 groups now that's in YG. Winner, which I don't know if they're going to resign. I don't know when their contracts are coming up. And Treasure. So I feel like Treasure is probably going to be the only ones left. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Winner, like I said, is going to resign their contracts, because everyone seems to be leaving YG. And for Treasure, I mean, a couple members already left YG. So I don't know I hope that doesn't happen. Like, why I just started getting into Treasure and being a fan of them. I don't want them to disband like right when I'm starting to like really like their music and I really want to support them. And of course Bangyedam, you know what I'm saying? I really like him, but I don't know what he's doing now. And Mashio as well. He also left the group due to health conditions. Bangyedam, I think he left the group because he wanted to focus on his producing. At first, that's what he said, but I don't know if the full thing. But this just turned into like a whole YG talk, you know what I'm saying? But the main topic I want to talk about is YG iKON, because iKON's my favorite group of all time, K-pop group, and I felt like I needed to talk about this and give my thoughts to you guys. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this kind of talk from me to you. Hopefully, I don't know if your thoughts are the same or not. But I'm gonna just end with, I think that iKON leaving YG is a good thing and not a bad thing. I don't know how many people are sad about it. Of course, I'm a little sad because iKON's been this big group for a long time, and they've been a part of YG for a long time, and it's kind of sad to see them part ways. But I feel like now that, like I said, iKON's not with that company, then they have more freedom to do what they want, you know what I'm saying? Hang out with B.I, make music with B.I, because I feel like they couldn't do that they couldn't do that when they were still signed with YG, but now that they're not, they got they got freedom. I feel like, I don't know, like the whole thing with like if B.I is able to like see their like his old friends or not, but I think it's fine now because they're not even part of YG anymore. So my thing is this whole situation, iKON leaving YG is a good thing, I think. And hopefully we see iKON members reunite with B.I, and hopefully they build 131 label together. I don't know if that can even happen, because B.I.'s already signed one person ready. So I don't know if he just makes everyone, if iKON really does move to the 131 label with B.I and they all become the CEOs, like Reddy might be like, yo, what? I don't know. I'm just thinking outside of my head right now, but hopefully, like I said, you guys enjoyed this video. And if there's any other topics you think I should talk about, let me know in the comments. And again, if there's any other guest, or if there's a guest that you think I should have that I should talk about these topics with, then let me know who I should talk to. and also let them know so that they know about my channel, because my channel is pretty small. So let them know so they are notified that about my channel, so they can check out my channel. Maybe we'll get a collab going. Actually, a couple things, I'm looking at my notes right now, and a couple things that I missed out is that with the whole like B.I iKON kind of doing similar events. Remember like iKON iKON did their dingo killing verse, but a couple months ago B.I came out with that album. Remember, part 1, there's part 2 coming soon. I don't know when 2 is coming out, but B.I himself also did a B.I also did a killing verse himself. So, and then now he's also doing that, the dive mindset. Bobby and B.I have done it too. And I'm curious if, because they were both on Show Me the Money, Bobby and B.I. I don't think B.I was a feature on any of the Show Me the Money songs this year, but hopefully in the future we might see like a B.I feature. I don't even know if that can happen because of what B.I did, but I feel like that should be fine now, because like, I don't know. But, and also, I also, before this whole iKON leaving YG thing happened, I also saw this rumor that was false at the time. I don't know how long it was, maybe like a few weeks ago, that Bobby himself was leaving YG, but then that turned out to be a rumor, and that turned out to be false. But now it's actually true, because they're all leaving YG. So, and again, I don't know if this is true information. I just heard this from one source, the All K-Pop website, and usually they have like, I think they have like true articles. I don't actually know, but that's the first thing that I read, and I had to make a video about it. So that is it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, like I said, and I will see you guys in the next Jjan podcast. Peace. Yeah, new shirts finally dropped. Go check the link in the description. JustByronShop.com. Cop yourself a shirt. There's 2 types. Go cop yourself whichever one you like. There's some descriptions to help you find your selection. Go check it out. Let's go. Jjan. Oh shit, that did not taste good.